You know what I mean? I got to get myself looking nice and handsome. I got to clear out my throat, my sinuses. Yeah, definitely not going to be a long life. So WTF 198, who could potentially be Chad Clifford in disguise. Again, I'll say it's alleged because Chad Clifford has this very, very strong love and very protective over his uncle Louis. And I still don't even know if this WTF guy, 198, is a real person. Like I said, there's so much stuff going on the internet nowadays where people are making 20 accounts, 30 accounts, 50 accounts, 100 accounts, and it's all the same person. So I have no idea who this guy is. I mean, yeah, he's got a picture of Suge Knight. He's got a, cigar. He's smoking a cigar. I have no idea who he is. But he sent me an email today, which was going over Lou's, I guess, his records when he was in jail. All right. And he was trying to prove to me that the torture was that it was 120 degrees. There was no ventilation. It was causing seizures, blah, blah. He did say he did get one blow, meaning like I guess someone hit him. So he did suffer a blow. Look, this is my main beef with Lou. Okay, a lot of the stuff I do is parody. It's jokes. You know, the whole Tyrone Jamal thing. It's a joke. Like once again, people take things I say very seriously. But there are a lot of facts to assume that Lou might in fact be gay. Again, I'm going to say it's alleged. Okay? I've never seen Lou with a woman. Have you? This guy claims that Lou's married. I don't know. I mean, he never spoke of his wife. I mean, it's one thing he doesn't want to show his wife. He never spoke about his wife. He never mentions his wife. He definitely never showed his wife. Okay. So, does Lou have children? I mean, does Lou have a family? Because he doesn't talk about it. So, my whole thing is that I need something called evidence. In order for me to believe something, I need to see it. I don't know about you. Apparently, most people on YouTube, you can say anything and they believe you. I really believe that Lou could say anything to all of you. I really believe it, sincerely. Lou could come out and say, I just bought the Empire State Building. You're like, Lou, you are the man. Yeah, I just bought Trump Tower. I just bought Mar-a-Lago. I bought the largest yacht from whoever, from the Prince of Arabia. Yeah, and I think you would believe it. I think that most people would believe anything that Lou says. So the thing is, the difference between me and most people on the internet is I want to see the evidence. I want to see the proof, you know, because the only proof and the only evidence that I see with this guy, Lou, is that he's dead broke. He's never around any women. He seems to be in a room that has no furniture in it. He doesn't seem to have a house. He doesn't seem to have a car. As far as a wife, I've never seen Lou around any women whatsoever. I've never one time seen this guy around a woman. So, you got to do what's called, like a character assessment. Okay. So what do we know about Lou? What are factual things we know? Factual things, Lou robbed $73,000 from senior citizens. This is facts. This isn't, like, look, I understand maybe you're a Lou fan, you like the guy, you think he's a great guy, but these are facts. He stole $73,000 from senior citizens. When the judge asked Lou what he did for a living, Lou said he worked at a web design company for the past 20 years. So, right there, you got to say he lied because he told us that he had over 20 years of Wall Street experience. Obviously, that was not true. Obviously, he doesn't have 20 years of Wall Street experience. Now you got to take into account the countless videos that Lou made in his old channel, the one that was vaporized. Okay, you got to take into account how many of those videos did he say AMC was going to squeeze because he got insider tips. He got insider information. Major players on Wall Street called him up. This was according to Lou. And the information that he got from them, he then gave that information to us. Once again, this is lies. See, so I don't think you're all seeing like the guy lied. He's a pathological liar. He lies and lies and lies for his own personal gain. Now, I do believe that's a crime. I mean, which is probably the reason why he erased all those videos. To me, that makes sense. The reason why he deleted his previous channel, he deleted all of his videos, is to probably avoid, you know, going back in jail, incriminating himself. Because how could you say things like that? How could you say things like I have insider tips? I know Wall Street, whatever it is, traders, hedge funds are offering me money. Hedge funds are trying to bribe me. This is all the things Lou said, you know? So he also said that he made millions and millions of dollars. This is what he said. I heard him on GTII, on COSM. I made millions of dollars. Okay. So it's like what all of you are not understanding is this, okay? Because everybody keeps telling me all the time, why do I have such a problem with Lou? What's my beef? Okay. The thing is that, initially, when I didn't understand, I'm going back well over 2 years ago. When I did not understand who this guy was, I do admit to you, he seemed like a good guy. He seemed like a sincere person. He seemed like a guy with a good heart. And he seemed like someone who really cared. Like that was the impression I got when I first watched Lou. I have to admit the truth to you. He has a thing about him, a charisma. I admit to you that it's like a likable thing. You like him. You know what I mean? So I listened to him and he's like, does your family have cancer? Are you going through very tough times in your life? You know, AMC is the answer. AMC is the answer. He goes, I have insider connections. I have insider tips. And I know what's going on. And the true price of AMC is 4,000 in the dark pools. This is all Lou. 5,000 in the dark pools. 10,000 in the dark pools. He even once made a claim that Gary Gensler called him. Now, this is the thing. He also said he knew Melania Trump. I could go on and on and on. Okay. The thing is that when someone financially benefits, in other words, Lou made money on YouTube by lying and deceit. He was deceiving people. That actually could be considered a crime. And that's probably the reason why Lou vaporized his channel, got rid of all the evidence, got rid of all the videos. Mo Money Investing claims he has a lot of them. He saved them. Mo Money Investing. Okay. Some other YouTubers actually have contacted me and they said that they still have Lou's videos. And a lot of people want to sue Lou. There's a lot of people. You have no idea how many people want to sue him. In some cases, even worse. I mean, look, I'm not one of those people. See, that's what you don't understand is that I take responsibility, me personally. Whenever I make a decision in my life, I take full responsibility, regardless if I was influenced by someone, regardless if someone presenting, excuse me, if someone presented an opportunity to me, ultimately it's my decision. It's my decision if I want to go forward. So the person that I take, I'm 100% blame for buying AMC at 53 it was a major mistake. I blame myself. I don't blame Lou. So I just want to make this clear. But with that said, okay, it doesn't mean I'm not angry at Lou. Okay. With that said, it doesn't mean that he's off the hook. Okay. He's not off the hook because Lou is continuing the same con artist, the same hustler behavior once again. Once again, he's doing it again to people. Okay. So this guy has to be stopped. One way or the other, something has to happen to stop this friggin' guy because he is hurting a lot of people. He is ruining lives. He is costing people tremendous amounts of money because this is what the truth is about Lou. He doesn't have Wall Street experience. He doesn't even have a portfolio. This is what only you don't understand. The man doesn't invest in nothing. Okay. He goes on YouTube. He talks his talk. He tells you exactly what you want to hear. He plays the game. And the thing is, he makes money on YouTube because he gets views. Commander 35, when you say I'm not as successful as Lou, once again, you see, this is what happens with these haters, right? They put me in a position where I have to defend myself. Then I defend myself and they call me a show off. They say, you're a show off, you're a bragger, but they're putting me in a position. Seems like I have to answer that question now. So Commander 35 is saying that I'm just upset that I'm not as successful as Lou. Commander 35, Lou does not own a house. Lou does not own a car. Lou has no portfolio. I've already asked Lou on the last 5 dinners that I had, Commander 35, that amounts to more money that you have in your bank. Listen to me. I had like 5 dinners, I had a big breakfast, close to about $2,000 I spent. I asked Lou to do the same. Lou's a millionaire, right? Isn't Lou a millionaire? Okay. So I said to Lou, go out and have $100 breakfast. Go out and have a $400 dinner. I had like about 3 or 4 $400 dinners already just in the past few days, leaving $200 tips or more. Okay. I told Lou to do the same thing. Lou did not do the same thing. So now you got to kind of question that before I answer your question, Commander 35. You got to kind of say to yourself, what type of a person really is Lou? I see Lou as being, honestly, if he did have money, I see him having a Rolls Royce Phantom. I see a driver driving Lou all around Manhattan. I see Lou with a presidential. I see him dressed very well. I see him eating very well. And I see him living because that's his persona. That's his persona. Remember when he points to the skyscraper and he goes, Lou Casa. So it definitely seems, look, Lou has made claims that he's owned 2 Teslas, Porsches. So this is a guy, he's made claims that he made millions and millions of dollars on GTII, COSM. This is a guy who wants you to believe he's very successful. Correct? Could we all at least agree to that? Lou wants all of us to believe he is very, very, very successful. But the thing is, every time you put Lou in a position where he has to prove himself, he runs away. Okay? See, I officially challenged Lou to a debate. I'll challenge him to a debate, no problem. And the first thing I'd like to ask Lou is why don't we have our attorneys? This is what I would do if I would have a debate with Lou. I would say, let's have our attorneys assess our net worth. That's all. Let me see, he'll sign off on it. I'll sign off on it. I'll provide my assets. Lou will provide his assets, and let's see who has more. Let me see, I just want to see everything. Let me see your portfolio. Let me see your real estate holdings. Let me see your cash. Let me see everything. Lou would never agree to this. Now, if he would win a bet like this, we can bet a very large sum of money. Like the winner could get $250,000. The winner could get $500,000. So if Lou was so confident, he would take this offer. He would take this bet. This guy won't even take an offer, listen to me, of buying himself $100 breakfast. This guy won't even take an offer of buying himself a $300 or a $400 dinner. He won't do it, okay? So what basically here's what my point is. You all have to accept the fact that Lou is a loser. He's a bum. He's broke. He's got no money, no Wall Street experience, no portfolio, and you keep watching this guy. And do you want to know what the results is of all of you keep watching Lou? Everyone loses money except Lou, who's making YouTube ad revenue. He's the only one. Lou is the only one benefiting from you watching him. You keep saying, Commander 35, how am I jealous? I don't understand. Like, look, don't you understand why I'm doing all of this? Don't you understand? It's not jealousy. I'm down over $200,000. Listen to me. This guy has cost people so much. Do you know how many emails that I have received from people who want to sue Lou? Forget me. Forget Ape Father. Forget me. Okay. Do you know how many people have contacted me that have video footage of his old videos and they want to put together a Class A action lawsuit against Lou? So you're making it seem like it's just me. There are thousands, tens of thousands of people that want to sue Lou. You have no idea how much there are people who want to get this guy. You have, and besides the legal way, the other way, okay, the other way. So you keep making it seem like this is just me, like I'm the only person that has beef with this guy. No, no, he's got a list of beef that's more than the porterhouse steaks that I eat and shit out, Commander 35. What you're saying is not true. What you're saying, what discourse is saying is not true. It is not true. I have looked through every one of his records, and here's the truth. What you just said was a complete lie. Okay, so I'll tell you what. Send me that link. Send me the link that he has offshore assets. Okay, listen. Here's my email address: Richard RICHARD L is in Larry, E is in Edward, 101 at gmail.com. Let me repeat that. Richard, RICHARD, L is in Larry, E is in Edward, 101 at gmail.com. Send me the link that he has offshore assets. Okay? That's not true. That's a lie. It's a fabrication. The judge asked Lou a question. I read all the public records. They said you have stole $73,000 from innocent senior citizens. The judge says I order you to pay back that money. Lou's response to that is I have no money. I don't have any assets. This is what Lou said on public record. I cannot afford to pay back the $73,000. He even went a step further. He says, I don't even have the interest. Listen to me. I can't afford the interest on the $73,000. So if your statement was true, discourse, the judge would have said, I order you to sell your offshore assets to pay back this restitution. Okay? What you're saying, once again, is fantasy land. It's made up bullshit. And you think I'm a fucking idiot. Okay? I don't base things on the word of people on the internet. I base things on the actual court documents and court records. And according to the court records, Lou has no Wall Street experience. This is according to actual facts now, actual court documentation. Lou worked at a web design company. It was his own company. Lou has no Wall Street experience. Lou cannot afford to pay back 73. Now, how? Now you have to say to yourself, how did he ultimately pay back that money? He did. Lou ultimately paid back $73,000. But how? How did he go out? Did he get himself a respectable job and earn a respectable living and pay? No, he didn't do that. No, no. What Lou did was he started a YouTube channel where he virtually lied every single video he made. And he lied and cost people tremendous amounts of money. But in terms of what he benefited himself, he accumulated 73 million views by lying. He accumulated over 80,000 subscribers by lying and made himself a good $250,000. And he was then able to pay back that $73,000 restitution and have some money left for himself, probably pay taxes. And that's the end of it. Okay. Now he's doing it again. So what he did was, let me now erase all that evidence. He deleted his channel. Okay. Let me get rid of all of that stuff where I lied and I said I have secret connections, I have insider tips, because it's going to incriminate him. Don't you all understand that? It's going to incriminate him. So he got rid of all the evidence. All the evidence is gone. Now he's starting over again. Now, do you notice now it's a little different approach he's taking? I have not heard one single video on Lou. I'm talking about his recent videos where he says he has secret connections anymore. Who notices that? Am I the only person who's noticing this? He's not mentioning that he has secret connections anymore. He's not mentioning that he gets insider tips anymore. What happened to all that? Why is he not? Like, yeah, he's talking about his opinion of popcorn. He's talking about his opinion of life after the 1 for 10 reverse stock split. He talks about the good and the bad and the ugly of AMC, right? So he's keeping it more conversational, like, and his opinions. But what happened to his secret connections? What happened to all the people that met him in Central Park that were big, huge banks that were offering him millions and millions of dollars to go against retail? What happened to all those insider, tips that he was getting? People were calling him up, giving him insight. Do you notice he's not doing that no more? How come? Did they all just disappear? All of his contacts, all of his connections, they all vanished. Elon Musk sent them all on a rocket ship to Mars. Where did all of Lou's insider connections go? Because he doesn't talk about them anymore. See, don't you understand what Lou did? In a way, what he did was brilliant. Can I tell you what he did? He built up a big, gigantic audience, lying to people, making himself out to be this guy with tremendous Wall Street experience, tremendous contacts, tremendous insider information. It's genius. It really is. In terms of being a con man, I give Lou a 10 out of 10. So now it's like he planted that seed in your brain where he's got the connections, he's got the insider information, he's got the insider tips. He planted all of that in your head. Now he shuts down his channel, deletes it. Now, I think at first what Lou wanted to do with Behind the Streets, like he really, really wanted to play it safe. I think that was his initial goal. Play it safe. Okay. So do you notice he was doing that like Morgan Freeman, James Earl Jones? He was doing like voiceovers. He wasn't showing his face. And he was doing these like theatrical videos where he would show the New York skyline. He would show Wall Street. He would show Vegas. And he was just, like, in other words, you didn't see his face, his ugly mug. You just heard his voice. Guess what was happening? These videos were getting no views. They were getting no views. Okay. No one could find Lou. I think he was at like 1,000 subscribers, hardly getting any views. He said to himself, I have to do something. So he goes back to his old channel name, which is Lou vs. Wall Street, right? But the thing is that he still kept his channel, the channel Behind the Streets. That's still in the link to his video. That's still in the link to his video. Okay. So the thing that I question myself is why does he still leave that Behind the Streets in his actual YouTube channel link? Everything I'm saying is alleged. You have to understand I can't prove this in a court of law because this is just my opinion. But I feel there's a possibility that YouTube might have even shut his channel down because of all of his no disclaimers, lies, everything. Okay. Now, the thing is, maybe his new channel he's trying to hide from YouTube, which is why he keeps the channel, the actual link to his channel, Behind the Streets. That's his link. Okay. Again, I'm going to say it's alleged. I can't prove it. But with that said, I personally feel that you're all idiots that you keep watching this guy. I personally feel that I don't understand it. I think you're low IQ. I think you're morons. I think you're mamalukes. I think you're stunads. That you continuously give this guy views when all he has ever done is hurt everybody. That's all he's done. Lie to everybody, deceive everybody. That's all this guy has ever done. And you continuously reward this guy. You give him 10,000 views a video. His subs are going up. And it's like all for what? For him to lie to everybody, cost everybody money, create everybody to be bag holders, helped people lose in some cases their life savings. I'm down over 200,000 and you're all watching this guy. I don't get it. I just don't. It's not jealousy. I honestly feel sorry for a lot of you people if you want me to tell you the truth. This is why the Ape Father is gravitating, if you want me to tell you the truth, I'm gravitating away from the AMC apes because 90% of them are idiots. You want me to tell you the truth? 10% of them, I love them. I love about 10%. But the other 90%, I just don't like them. I'm just telling you the truth. I think they're idiots. I think they don't want to fight back the corrupt system. They don't want to fight the government. They don't want to fight the SEC. They don't want to come to protests. They don't want to boycott. I had all these. You have no idea how many ideas I had. Boycott AMC, fire Adam Aaron, fire the AMC board of directors. Create an entity where we would own the majority of AMC. This way, we can have the voting power. We can have the voting rights to stop everything that Adam Aaron is trying to do in dilution, to try to do to hurt us, to try to do to take our shares away. But it's like no matter what I say, it goes on deaf ears. It goes on deaf ears. Nobody wants to do anything. Even the Marine, his protest wasn't a success. I mean, listen to me. The guy only had 75 people, 80 people there out of potentially millions of apes. Yes, he got Charles Payne to talk to him, but he didn't mention anything that's going on. He didn't mention naked shorting. He didn't mention anything going on with the dark pools, payment for order flow, this whole corrupt system, FTDs. He didn't mention the Marine, Mike the Marine, did not mention nothing to Charles Payne. The interview was a failure. The protest was a failure. And I'm not going to put all the blame on Mike. I mean, listen, Mike is just a horrible speaker, unfortunately. Mike doesn't have the balls, okay, to speak out the truth. He should have had the balls to speak out the truth to Charles Payne. He didn't do it. He didn't do it. But I'm not putting all the blame on Mike. Okay? Where are all the people? Where are all the apes? Why is there only 75, 80 people at his protest? There's only one person at my protest. Billy the Kid. And what you're not understanding is you're all making this very personal. You're all making this very personal. It's okay that you don't like me. I don't like a lot of you either. Like, listen, we mutually don't like each other. Okay. You don't like me, and I don't like you. Okay. But this is the thing, this is about money. This is about money. This is about your money, and this is about my money. And it only makes sense that all of us group together as a retail family, as an AMC 8 family, and we fight Gary Gensler, and we fight the government, and we fight this corrupt system together. It only makes sense that we all write letters to the judge and express what's going on. But there's something that's happening I just don't quite understand with the AMC apes. None of them want to fight back. And then a lot of them will say, oh, it's just personally, Father. They'll say, we don't like you. We don't like you, Ape Father. But here's the question I have. What does not liking me have to do with fighting for your money? Fighting, a corrupt system, a rigged system that is cheating you out of lifetime wealth, that is cheating you out of generational wealth. So in other words, do you not like me that much that you don't want to protest? Do you not like me that much that you don't want to boycott AMC? Do you not like me that much that you want to see Adam Aaron fired and you want to see the AMC board of directors fired and replaced with apes, replaced with retail invest? That was my idea, by the way. That was not Donahue George's idea. Donahue George repeated my idea. That's what he did. Okay. That was always first and foremost the Ape Father's idea, was to fire Adam Aaron and to fire the AMC board of directors and replace them with retail investors, replace them with apes. Let me see some of the comments here. Ape Father is the GOAT. I love you, young Kuda. God bless you. See, now these are the types, listen to me. Remember how I talked about a lot of people I hate? Okay. Young Kuda, I love. The Ape Father loves you, brother. God bless you, and God bless your family. CC is a great guy. This Ape Daddy Dingleberries is probably Chad Clifford. It's just these are once again these alt accounts that are being created to just, I don't know, intimidate me, harass me. This guy, I like to call him Snuffleupagus, but it's, what is it, Shuffle Up Angus. He goes, you have all kinds of ideas from your bed. Listen to me, once again, you're making this personal. This is what my point is. Okay, I get it. I get it. You think I'm a lazy bum. I get it. You think that I'm, whatever it is, fat, broke, I'm a fake, I'm a phony. Okay, I feel you. But what does that have to do with protecting your investment from a corrupt Wall Street, from a corrupt, potentially, I'll say, alleged government, okay, from a corrupt Ken Griffin who monopolizes Wall Street, who has every single one of these platforms, payment for order flow platforms, on his jock, where he's making money every time you buy stock, every time you sell stock. How are you connecting me into all of that? Like, I'm just like, look, forget me. Forget the Ape Father. All of you should be driving Gary Gensler crazy every single day for him to do his effing job. All of you should be writing letters to the judge, demanding her to look into Adam Aaron's past and all of his business dealings. What does this have to do with I'm in bed? What does this have to do with me? So it's, once again, it leads me to believe that the people who come to my live streams are not AMC investors, right? You're just a bunch of psychopaths. Or is it possible you work for Citadel? Because I used to say this back in the past too. A lot of people could be Citadel snakes. Okay. What does your dislikement of me have to do with our money? I don't get it. I never did. I never will. I just don't understand it. So, in other words, you're willing to lose all your money in the stock market because you don't like me. You're like, look, hey, Father, I hate you. You're a bum. You're an idiot. I'm going to lose every dollar I have just so I don't listen to anything you have to say. That's certainly a lot of heat. I will give you that. That's a lot of heat. How am I like Adam Aaron? Shuffle up, Angus. Can you give me an example how I'm like Adam Aaron? You make a statement. How am I like Adam Aaron? Tell me how. How? I mean, what kind of a horrible statement is that? Young Cuda, all these alt accounts do is give a father more money. It's true. I do get more views. He is right about that. I did make a video the other day saying I love my haters, and I do because you keep watching, you keep giving me more views, and thank you for that. Want to laugh, Ape Father? You did some good. Ready? What did I do that's good? Tell me, Antonio. I want to laugh. I'm waiting on Antonio Miranda's response. He said I did some good. Tell me the good I did. Hopefully, he's typing this out. Finance News deleted his channel and disappeared from the face of the earth. You destroyed him. That's good. That's good. Because that, oh my God. You talk about a guy who just literally wanted to make money on YouTube and didn't give an absolute shit about any single AMC ape. I mean, all this guy did every day, Finance News, good cop, bad cop. AMC's about to have the Moaz. It's going to 20,000 a share. An hour later, AMC is going bankrupt. An hour later, Manja calls incoming. An hour later, we're finished, we're destroyed. But you know what amazed me, Antonio Miranda, is that the guy had a really, really big amount of subscribers and he was averaging a tremendous amount of views. I'm just trying to figure out like the public interest. Is it that all of you just like to get lied to? Is that your thing? Is that the interest? Like I could do the same thing, right? You all realize like if I really, really wanted to, like I could just become like a Lou. I could become like a Finance News. That's right. Time to make American Dream. Lou, Chad, Triple, Chin, Dale erase their channel 100%. Yeah, he had a lot of views. I know Antonio Miranda, and he had a lot of subs too. But I'm just trying to figure it out, like, because sometimes you know what I think, you know what I really believe. I believe that all of you want to believe in something so much that if someone just says it, it gives you a calm feeling. It gives you a happy feeling. Like when you see a video that says something like this AMC is about to Moaz. You want to know the truth is I got most of my views when I was saying things like that. When I was saying things like that, I was getting 50,000 views a video, 25,000 views a video, 75,000 views a video. Now you might say, well, why'd you stop? I stopped because I started seeing the corruption. Now understand I always had disclaimers though on my videos. See, unlike Lou, I had disclaimers. I always said this video is not financial advice. I'm not a financial planner. This video is for entertainment purposes only. But I want you all to understand something. I put up 100 when I first started. I put up $185,000. I have the proof. If the SEC ever audits me, you understand? I have the proof of all of the money I put up on AMC. So, like, I wanted AMC to go up. I believed in the Moaz. I believed in it. It's not like I'm like Lou. See, there's a big difference between me and Lou. It's not like, I didn't invest in AMC and I'm making all these wild claims, AMC to $500,000 a share, whatever. Okay, I believed it. See, I really believed that there were hundreds of billions of synthetic shares in AMC. And if you want to know the truth, I still believe it. I still believe it because it makes no sense how AMC went from $73 a share all the way down to like under five, right? It makes no sense. Now, I know you're gonna say, "Dad," I get all of that shit, but that's a tremendous drop. That is a tremendous drop. When I go to AMC movie theaters, it's packed. It's packed. Okay. There were times I can't even get in. There were times I have to come back. I'll go eat at Rosalita's, in Brick. I'll go have like a 2 hour dinner and then I'll come back and then I finally can go see my movie. You know, AMC is always packed. The parking lot is packed. I mean, I just think, what I think that the thing that's going on with AMC is? I'm going to actually tell you what I really feel. I don't think it's the business that's actually doing bad. I don't. I don't believe it. A lot of people say that it's a dying business model and that people are tired of movies. I don't believe that to be the case. I believe it's very bad leadership in terms of Adam Aaron, in terms of the AMC insiders. I think they only care about lining their own pockets. Okay? Like, I'll give you an example. When we first came into this play, all of us, and we saved AMC from the brink of bankruptcy, we have given Adam Aaron over 2 billion with a billion dollars in his vault. Now, if he was really a good businessman, he would have took all of that money instead of the stupid Highcroft, instead of the stupid Nicole Kidman commercial, all this shit, and everything else he did, paying himself $19 million a year, bonuses to all the AMC insiders, all this stuff. He should have lowered the debt. Now maybe he did a tinge, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it at a large extent. You're right. People did say that. You're right, Antonio Miranda. People commended Finance News for great DD. Even when he said that Bernie Madoff was all in on AMC, it's crazy. Listen, Antonio Miranda, that's one thing. I know we've had our differences, but that is one thing that me and you both agree with 100% is that guy, Finance News, was the world heavyweight champion of AMC clickbait. World heavyweight champion. But we have to talk a little bit about Lou too. The thing is with Lou is he doesn't, don't you all understand the guy doesn't own any AMC? He never did. Don't you understand that? What Lou is doing is this, okay? He's using AMC as a talking point, okay, to just get views. That's it. So he's going to keep telling everybody exactly what they want to hear. That's it. We're screwed by popcorn. When he destroyed us. But this is also the same guy who said not too long ago that the true price of AMC was $4,000 a share in the dark pools, $5,000 a share in the dark pools, $10,000 a share. This is also the same guy who said AMC is going to have a managed event, and it's going to go from $30 up to 100. Then it's going to go to 500 a share, 1,000 a share. Remember, managed event. Who remembers that word? Who remembers Lou predicting AMC was going to squeeze on March 3rd? Who predicted Lou's? Oh, when Elon Musk sells his shares to pay taxes on Tesla, it's going to cause the market is going to drop. AMC is a negative beta stock. It's going to react. It's going to squeeze. Who remembers, Evergrande? He said the Evergrande default is going to cause a market collapse, and the market collapse, AMC is a negative beta stock. It's going to friggin' Moaz. Who remembers Lou says higher interest rates, inflation is going to cause AMC to squeeze. Now Lou changed his whole thing. He changed it all up. Now Lou is talking about the apocalypse. He's like, that's it. It's a global destruction. We're all losing our money. We're all fit chicken apocalypse. We're all finished. It's all over, Rova Dova. And once again, people watch this because I think what it is that Lou is clever in the sense that he goes with the times. He goes with the times. When we have that bull attitude, you understand? When all of us feel confident and all of us feel very, very strong that we're all going to make a lot of money, Lou pushes that narrative. Lou pushes that narrative. I'm going to grow my beard until GTII hits 100. But then when everything turns for the worst and there's inflation and there's higher interest rates and Powell gives one of these negative interviews where we're all finished. Inflation's going to keep going up. We're done, and the whole world's going to collapse. Okay, then Lou changes his tune to the chicken apocalypse. He changes his tune now. You understand? So Lou goes with the times, okay, because all he's interested in is making money from YouTube ad revenue. Now, here's my problem with Lou. Here it is. If Lou never lied about anything, and he was just a regular Joe, just an average Joe, he comes on YouTube, he's like, look, here's the deal. I have no Wall Street experience. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just your rat. It's like, J Lo, Jenny from the Bronx. I'm Lou from the Bronx. I'm J Lou. I'm just J Lou. Okay. So if he took that approach and it turned out that people lost money, I would have no beef with him. I would have no beef with him. But that is not the approach that he took. He took the approach that he had over 20 years of Wall Street experience. He took the approach that he had secret connections, insider tips. I heard him on videos telling people that he's on the phone with hedge funds, and they're telling him like what they're thinking, what they're doing. He made videos like this, telling us that word on the street is going to be a managed event. AMC is going to go from 30 to 100 to 500. Word on the street. It's wrapping up. AMC is wrapping up. Okay, now all of a sudden, Lou's a different person now. Now Lou's all his secret connections are gone. All his insider tips are gone. And it's all bad now. It's like all bad. Chicken apocalypse. We're all finished. AMC screwed us. Popcorn screwed us. Adam Aaron screwed us. And in a way, he's very similar to a finance news, in my opinion. Lou is very similar to a finance news. And that's why, if you really want to know the truth about Ape Father, I'm getting to a point where, look, here's the bottom line. I'm just going to give it to you straight. And I really don't care if you believe me or not. I don't give a shit, okay? I own two stocks right now. I own AMC and GameStop. The majority of my money is in AMC. But I am starting to build up every day. My GameStop portfolio is getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay. And you might say, why are you doing all of this, Ape Father? Because I truly believe, and I don't care what any of you think, I'm not telling you to do what I'm doing because I am not a financial planner. I want to make this clear to you. I'm an entertainer. Don't listen to me. But I believe that Morant's rants is right. I believe that GameStop, over the next 5 years, you're going to see it at about $80 to $100 a share, possibly even higher. And I'm accumulating enough shares that once GameStop does get to $80 to $100 a share, I will make back all of my AMC losses and I will make back a very, very significant profit. Okay. So, in other words, I'm not putting all my eggs in AMC, all my eggs in one basket. I'm not doing it. Now, look, if it turns out that AMC does have a big run, I'm not complaining. I'll be the happiest mother effer in the world. I'll take off all my clothes. I'll run down the street. I'll start dancing, screaming, "Oh, what a feeling to be dancing on the ceiling." I'll be very happy. But the thing is, I got to have a plan B. And my plan B is GameStop. That's just me. That's what I'm doing. I'm not telling you to do. You can do whatever else you want to do, but that's what I'm doing. Now, I also have safe investments: bonds, gold, cash, trust funds for my children, real estate. Now, these are things I just don't touch. I never touch them. Because a lot of times, like people like Sam the Great would say to me, like, "Hey, father, why don't you sell all your gold, put it in AMC?" He'll say, "Hey, father, why don't you refinance your house?" I could. I could get about 250,000 right now, instantly, out of my house. Put all that money in AMC. No way. There's a chance AMC could go bankrupt. I mean, I don't want to scare everybody, but there's a chance that after this 10-for-1 stock split, they could short this thing down to the oblivion. I'll lose all my damn money, and we'll go from $50 a share back down to five. Okay, with Antera, with Citadel. So there is no effing way that I am going to take equity out of my house, sell gold, use my liquid cash. No effing way. Look, at this point, what I do is this: my whole strategy, I buy a little AMC, not much. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't buy much anymore because I have so many thousands and thousands of shares. I don't buy that much anymore. Maybe I pick up 100 shares. I throw $500 in there. I don't go crazy. I'm really more focused with GameStop. Okay. I'm really more, honestly, if you want the truth, I'm more focused with GameStop. But I'm really trying to get my channel away from the whole like stock market, the whole financial sector. And I don't know if you noticed this, but my channel slowly but surely is becoming a food channel. It's becoming a food channel. It's just like where I envisioned the Ape Father channel, kind of like in the next year to 2 years, is it's going to be a combination of me eating and other people eating. Like in other words, it's slowly it's a transitioning into a point where I'm going to be doing food challenges. Like I'm going to go up to people and I'm just going to tell them, look, can you eat a 150-ounce steak? I'll give you $1,000. It's going to happen soon. I know everybody's impatient, but it's going to happen very soon. And it's probably going to get to a point where it's either going to be I completely stop talking about the stock market or I do little videos here and there about it. But I'm not there yet. The reason why I'm still talking about AMC is because I'm down a significant amount of money. So I want to keep the dream alive for all of us. You know, I don't want to. I'm not ready to jump ship. I'm not ready to give up yet. So look, I have to finish this, right? I started it. I have to finish it. And that's what I told my wife. I said, look, I can't stop this thing at this point. I'm down a tremendous amount of money. I got to keep fighting. So that's it. Just keep lowering the cost average. I know that I don't even want to think about this 1-for-10 reverse stock split. Hopefully tomorrow it's delayed. Hopefully we get good news tomorrow. I'm praying for good news tomorrow. Let's see what happens. There's just so much hate on this channel. It's like amazing. Antonio Miranda. Lou is a complete clown. A father, can I be honest with you? Of course, you can be honest with me. And I do agree with you. He is a complete clown. Hey, father, I had a great idea ready. What's your great idea? Tell me. This is all Antonio Miranda. All these hate people. I really don't even want to I don't even want to answer you because it's all hate. God forbid you have something that's not hate. You know what I mean? I'm really tired of answering haters. It's always the same thing. Old dog ate father go slam 5 cheeseburgers for breakfast. Um, I've done that before. I, I one time woke up. You want to hear a crazy story? I had all this leftover food from Carmine's. This is the family style Italian restaurant in Atlantic City, and it was like 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had all this food. I had chicken parmesan. I had the pasta ragu, which is the meatballs, sausage, ravioli, and that was my breakfast. I literally had all that food. I ate everything, man. So yeah, I've done crazy things like that. Breakfast where I had huge Italian dinners, that for breakfast. Hamburgers, White Castles. We used to do it in Bay Ridge when I was a kid. We were, kid meeting like I was in my 20s, early 20s. The whole thing was we go to Bay Ridge, we go to Salty Dog, we go drinking, we get all messed up, and then we would go to like White Castles. Or if we didn't go to White Castles, we would go to like a diner. Now, this was like breakfast because, we finished the bars at like 4 o'clock in the morning. So by the time we get to the diner, it's like 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. And I'm eating steaks. You see, what's great about a diner is that no matter what time it is, they'll give you breakfast, they'll give you dinner. They'll give you anything you want at diners. I love it. I love it. You could go to a diner at 6 o'clock in the morning and order a porterhouse steak. Or you could go to the diner at 8 p.m., 9 p.m., and get a big, gigantic breakfast. It's freaking awesome. I love it. I love it. Antonio Miranda, here's my idea. Title of a video: Finance News Greatest Highlights. Elon Musk all in, Warren Buffett all in, the U.S. Congress all in, Biden all in, DTCC taking action, DTCC refusing to take action, AMC 25,000 a share. Next video, AMC confirmed bankrupt. And then we end it by Finance News Channel shutdown. That's the right. Isn't that the cherry on top of the cake? What do you think? Let me write this down. I like this idea, Antonio Miranda, and I will do it. I like this idea. I'm actually writing it down right now. Which there was a way I could like somehow. Let me see. No, I can't. I can't like send these messages to me. Let me see if I can write this down here. Hold on, Antonio. Finance news. Hold on. Greatest highlights. What's up, Scott Jones? Good morning, brother. WTF 198 was a huge fan of finance news. I bet he was. U.S. I'm just writing something down. I apologize to all of you if I am quiet. I only need 1 more minute. I did DTCC. All right, it's all done, Antonio. I will be making that video. 100%. Sometime today, I might have to take a shower first, but I will be making finance news greatest hits video in dedication to you, brother, because you've always been my finance news source. I always gave you credit for that, Antonio. I told everybody. I said Antonio Miranda has always been my finance news source. It seems that clickbait titles is what really makes people very successful on YouTube. It does. WTF, by the way, I watched that video with Ric Flair, and that was the greatest shit I've ever seen in my whole life. And I promise you, WTF, at one point in my life, I will do that. I'm not at Ric Flair's level yet. I loved how he pulled that like leather belt off that was 2000 and he threw it. I like how he ripped up the $100 bills and he was throwing all the money in the audience. He took out his clothes. He threw a $30,000 watch at someone. I definitely will 100% do something like that in my life. That was by far one of the greatest things I've ever seen. So thank you for sharing that with me, WTF 198. He's the man, Ric Flair. I love that guy. Ric Flair is 100% the king. You know something? I inspired to be like a Ric Flair. I really do. I got to get myself. I'm not at his level. I got to get myself to his level. But let me tell you something. If I did get myself, see, I'm that type of person. You want to know the difference between like me and Lou? If Lou got to a level like Ric Flair, he would just keep all the assets for himself. He wouldn't share. He wouldn't share the assets. I'm like Brewster's Millions. I'm like Richard Pryor. If I got to a level like that, I would start throwing friggin' money at people. I'll throw money. I'll start throwing money at people. I'd throw, if I had a friggin' watch that was 10,000, I'd throw it at somebody. I would do things like that. I really, really would. And I'm surprised people like Elon Musk doesn't do things like that. That's you know what I hate about people like these guys is that with all of that money that they have, what is it for them to take $100 million? Just $100 million. The guy's worth what? 184 billion. And at one point, Elon Musk was worth 320 billion. What is it for him to take 100 mil, 200 mil? No big deal, right? Probably makes that an interest. He probably makes that every day of his life. Take it and just throw the money at people. That's it. Fuck all these, charities and all this bullshit that he does. Just literally throw money at people in the street. That's what I would do. Richie Coleone Flair eats 4,000 chicken nuggets with no sauce. Wow. That's a lot. I don't know if I can eat that many. I remember eating, and I'm no bullshit. I ate 200 chicken nuggets once. I remember I got the two boxes of 100 chicken nuggets, and I ate 200 of them at the bar. But this was over a course of a few hours. We were drinking a lot, and yeah, I went through about 200 chicken nuggets. And it's so hard for me to sit here listening to a guy yelling my name when last year I spent more money on spilled liquor in bars. I'm not really sure who you're talking about. Are you talking about me or are you talking about somebody else, Antonio? Or are you talking about Elon? Who are you talking about? I'm just trying to understand who Antonio Miranda is talking. So are you talking about me? That it's hard for you to sit here and listening to me yelling your name? It sounds like you're talking about me. I don't know. You're not answering me though. people don't know my business. Okay, people associate the Ape Father only with AMC. That's it. So in other words, they look at me, they look at what AMC has done, which is terrible, and they all naturally assume that that's all I got to my name. In other words, I got nothing else. I just got AMC. That's it. But I don't want to keep saying things, but AMC represents 10% of my net worth. Okay. And my net worth is growing every single day with so many different things. I started buying gold. You don't even know when it was like 400 an ounce. I've been buying gold since I'm a kid. I've been buying gold since I'm a kid. Since I'm a young kid, I've been buying gold, saving it. Okay. So you all just associate me with AMC. That's it. That's it. That's it. AMC, it's under $5 a share. Ape Father's a loser. Ape Father's broke. And it doesn't even matter that I spend like $2,500 a week on food. It absolutely doesn't even phase none of you people. It doesn't phase anybody that I do this. I don't know why. It's just nobody seems to care. You're just imitating Ric Flair. I apologize, Antonio. I apologize. You don't have to know how many ounces I have, but let's just put it to you this way: I have more ounces of gold than your sugar level. Okay, WTF? You understand? WTF? Listen to me. You know when they check for your sugar level and they put the needle in your thumb. In your case, it's probably 600, 700. I got more ounces than your sugar level. Does that answer your question, brother? I got more ounces of gold than your sugar level. By the way, Antonio Miranda says, I saw a guy the other day in the chat asking you and your father's tax returns for the past 25 years. So these people are all crazy. There are people who want me to show my gun. Like there's this guy, Crypto Fan. He's like, show your gun. You want to know what I think it is with people? And I really believe this, and I'm not even fucking around. I think that Chad Clifford and Fat Boy Dale, Triple Chin Dale, Blubber Ass Dale. I think that they're trying to set me up. No, I'm serious, and even my wife believes it. My wife believes it. They're trying to get me to do something where either they're going to shoot me or they're going to have me arrested. Like I was on the phone with Chad Clifford the other day, right? He called me, by the way, and he's screaming on the phone like a lunatic. Come to my fucking house, Ape Father. That's what he said to me. I'll fucking beat the shit out of you. I'm gonna lay you out. I'm gonna knock you out. And I'm like, I don't want to come to your house. I'm like, it's nothing about that I fear this guy. Because I told him if he wanted to fight, let's go in a boxing ring. And the offer still stands. Let's do it legally so that nobody gets in trouble. We go to a boxing gym, we go to a gym, we duke it out, man. I'm in. I'm in, you know. But like Chad Clifford just didn't want to hear nothing. He's like, come to my house, come to my house, come to my house. So I think what his intention is was he was trying to get me really angry. He was trying to get me worked up so that I would go to his house and he would either have the right to shoot me. He really listened. If I went to this guy's house, broke down his door, he has the right to shoot me. He does. And legally so. If I was trying to like inflict harm on him or inflict harm on his family. So I'm just trying to think like what his motivation is. Because like no matter what I said on that phone call, he kept going back to come to my house. Come to my effing house. You don't got the balls. You don't got the I'll beat the shit out of you. I'll wipe the floor with you, he said to me. He said, come to my house. But whenever I would say something different, I'm like, Chad, why don't you come to my house? I told him. I said, come to Barnegat. He's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm like, well, why not? You want to wipe the floor with me? Come to Barnegat. Come to Barnegat. I told him, come to my house. He goes, I'm not going to do that. Then I said, Chad, how about we go to a gym? Me and you, let's box it out, man. He hasn't responded to that. So my thing is, I feel he wants to set me up. He wants me to go to his house, either to shoot me, I think, which legally he'd have the right to do, or to have me arrested. That's what I think. WTF? I protect my family, brother. I'm such a good father, bro. You have no idea. WTF? Look, I know you. I know you like to break my balls. I give my family a beautiful, beautiful life, and I protect them, brother. Believe me, I protect them from everything. Okay. Well, I hope that's not the case, Antonio. I would rather have Chad Clifford shoot me than to give me a personal tour of the Bates Motel. See, now that would be really bad, Antonio. I'd rather go to jail or I'd rather be shot than to have him give me a personal tour of the Bates Motel. No, that's the worst torture that you could possibly do to any man. So, no thanks. And when you say Chad protects his family, WTF, listen to me. His family was never in any harm. His family was never in any harm. I never threatened Chad's family. I see. This is once again WTF. This is once again you making up bullshit lies. Listen to me. I told Chad we were on the phone one time, right? Because we had that little miscommunication. He was abusing my mother. He said I put my mother in a hospice community. He said he wanted to bang the cancer out of my wife. And then I had that little thing where I said that his wife was a male, the mail order bride. We had that little fight. So we were on the phone one time, and I said, Chad, in all honesty and in all fairness, I think your wife is a hero. This is what I told him. And I actually made videos on this. I made videos on this. I said, God bless your family. God bless your wife. God bless your children. Okay. So this whole concept of that Chad Clifford's family is in harm's way because of me is complete and utter nonsense. The only thing I said was this. You want to hear what I said? I said that I had Chad Clifford's address, which I do. It's public record. That's all I said. I said that Chad, and the reason I said that is because I truly believe that Chad Clifford is behind all of the things happening in my house. People coming to my house with these fake Craigslist ads, estate sales. I'm giving away TVs. He claims that he's not involved in it. I don't believe him. I'll say it's alleged because just to protect myself legally, but I don't believe him. I believe that Dale, Fat Boy Dale, Blubber Dale, Triple Chin Dale, and Chad Clifford are working together with this. That is what I believe. So that's all I said. All I said is, Chad, the way you have my address, I have your address. But I never added anything to that. I never said anything like I was going to go to his house. I was going to hurt his family. I never said anything like that. If anything, Chad is the one. He said he wanted to bang the cancer out of my wife. See, you notice with Chad Clifford, he takes no responsibility for anything he does wrong. That's it. He takes no responsibility. He's one of those people who thinks he's right about everything. He's not wrong about nothing. And the only thing that Chad Clifford looks at is what you're saying about him. That's it. But everything that he's saying about you, he completely dismisses it. He completely dismisses it. So, in other words, he has the right to say that he wants to bang the cancer out of my wife. That's fine. He has the right to say that I'll put my mother in a hospice community. He has the right to allegedly, okay, put out these fake Craigslist ads, disrupt my home's peace and harmony here. possibly cause extreme stress to my wife, who has stage 4 breast cancer, and to my mother, who has COPD and a heart condition. So Chad Clifford has the right to do all this stuff. But just the mere mention that I say, oh, Chad, by the way, I have your address, the guy flipped out. The guy's blood pressure went so high that he even beat WTF 198. That's how high the blood pressure was. I'll fucking kill you, he said. I'll beat the fucking shit. And the thing is, for what? He thinks I want to come to his house. I don't want to come to his house. What kind of a person does Chad Clifford think? I want to harm his wife? I want to harm his child? Of course not. I'm a father. I'm a father. I would never harm a child. He's the one. You know how many times Chad Clifford abused my family on a personal level? You have no idea. You have no idea. You know how many times Dale abused my family on a personal? All right, let me just give you an example of Dale. Okay. Dale recently made a video, Fat Boy Dale, where he said that if I had let's say I was doing a live stream, right? And I had a stroke. He said that my son would continue filming me. This is what Dale said. And then afterwards would masturbate to me having a stroke. Okay, so see, once again, I just want to make a point to all of you. This is all okay. This is acceptable, talk from Dale. This is acceptable talk from Chad Clifford. This is acceptable. Now, if I retaliate, no, but this is the thing. Listen to me. If I retaliate, you know what all of you say? I'm the hate father. You spread hate. You're a friggin' hater. All this fucking shit. That's hilarious. Yeah. You know what's hilarious, Commander 35, is that you lived in a house with a garbage bag as your door. That's hilarious. And with all the money that you made, apparently, your door looks worse than the garbage bag. You know what's hilarious, Commander 35, is that one dinner that I have is worth more than all your cars. That's hilarious. Guy's got 3 cars, right? The last dinner I had is worth more than all his cars. But you see, Commander 35, once again, you don't understand. Oh, it's Commander 34. This might be an alt account. It's not Commander 35, it's Commander 34. What you don't understand is this, and I made this point in videos yesterday. We have the right under the First Amendment. Me and WTF are currently having a big argument over this issue. We have the right under the First Amendment to say anything we want. That's it. Just like Chad Clifford could say he wants to bang the cancer out of my wife. Just like Dale can say my son's masturbating of a video of me having a stroke. This is their First Amendment right. Now, if I take it upon myself to go find Chad Clifford because he made this comment, and then go find Dale, and to chop them up into pieces, right? I'm going to go to jail for the rest of my life. You understand? That's law and order. You understand? That's breaking law and order. So the point I'm trying to say is I accept it. This is a part of social media. This is a part of the internet where people are going to abuse me, abuse my family. Look, truthfully, family should be off limits. If you really want to know the truth, women and children should be off limits. But people are degenerates on the internet, and that's it. There's nothing you can do about it. People are degenerates, okay? But the thing is, you can't break law and order. And I don't care what WTF can say whatever he wants to say. You can't break law and order. Okay? Crypto fans asking to show my gun again. Come to my house, crypto fan. I'll show you my gun. Okay, that's if you come to my house with the intent of hurting me and with the intent of hurting my family. And crypto fan, if you break into my house, you will see my gun. You'll see it. Believe me. 100%. Okay. Until then, leave me the fuck alone. Crypto fan, once again, listen to me. Listen to me very carefully. I am not trying to let me make this point to you. If I go up to someone in the street, you understand? And I call them an asshole. Okay. There is a possibility that this person could shoot me. There are crazy motherfuckers out there. You understand what I'm trying to say? Just merely me calling someone an asshole. Like, let's say I'm driving a car, I have road rage. I saw it in the movie. You know the movie Out for Justice with Steven Seagal? Okay. You know Crazy Richie? You know, anybody know where Richie is? Anybody know why Richie do Bobby Lupo? Oh, okay. So there was a scene in the movie where some lady, they were in gridlock traffic, and she opens up a window and she yells out, "You fucking asshole," to Crazy Richie. Crazy Richie then gets out of the car, blows her fucking brains out. So we understand all of this can happen. Okay. But what you're not understanding, crypto fan, is that's called murder. So it's not like he legally has the right. Listen to me. It's not like Crazy Richie legally had the right to shoot this woman. Okay. And ultimately, Richie ended up dead. Okay. So when you take the law in your own hands, you want to hear how crazy the law is? Let's talk about this. You know, there's a movie called Eye for an Eye. Did you ever see this movie before? Okay. Now, Heather Sutherland, right? He plays this guy where he breaks into someone's house. There was a young girl, 14, 15 years old. It's horrible, horrible, disgusting movie. Now, he rapes the girl and he kills her. This is in the movie Eye for an Eye. Okay? Now, he winds up getting off because whatever the reason is, the guy wore a condom, he had gloves on, there were no fingerprints, there was no witnesses. He raped a 14-year-old girl, kills her, and gets off scot clean. Now, Sally Fields, who was the mother, you know, wanted to kill this motherfucker, as you can imagine, right? So she started working with people. They had this like inside group of parents who've lost children. They were like vigilantes. They were vigilantes. And you know, what they would do is take the law into their own hands and go out and kill people that hurt their family. Now, you want to hear the sick thing? One of the people who were pretending to be her friends was an undercover FBI agent. And she told Sally Fields, she said, listen, if you shoot this mother effer, he has rights. Even though he's scum of the earth, he's the lowest form of scum. If you shoot him, you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. Now, this is a person who raped her daughter. Think about this. Raped her daughter, killed her daughter, and she still doesn't have the legal right to get revenge. She doesn't have the legal right to get revenge. So what she did, which was a genius move, she broke into his apartment. She fucked up his whole apartment, and she left her hat there, you know, so that he knew she did it. The husband and her other daughter went on a little trip, a little vacation. Heather Sutherland now broke into her house with the intent to inflict harm on her. Now she has the right to kill him. Now she's got the right to shoot him. It's justifiable homicide. It's justifiable homicide. You see what I'm trying to say? So what Crypto Fan doesn't seem to understand is that he's under the impression that, I guess, I don't know, like it's legal. He's under the impression that a person, just because you insult them, has the legal right to kill you or to beat the shit out of you. No, they don't. They go to jail for the rest of their lives, Crypto Fan. Okay, so I don't think you understand that. Can they do it? Of course. Of course they can do it. But the question is, will they do it? Like, yeah, like I'll give you an example right now. Here, Crypto Fan, ready? Let's do a point prover. Can we do a point prover? Okay. I think that you are a scumbag, Crypto Fan. Listen to me. I think you are the lowest piece of scum on earth. You understand? When you die, listen to me, crypto fan. I'm going to go out and I'm going to celebrate. I'm going to get a calzone. You understand? And if I have an opportunity and I know where you're buried, I'm going to take a shit and piss on your grave. I am going to relieve the calzone that I ate. I'm going to shit it out on your grave. So now, hopefully, some of that shit will go down into your fucking coffin. Okay. Now, come to my house with a weapon, right? I just insulted you, correct? Okay. Come to my house with a weapon, break down my door. Let's see how it works out for you. Fair enough? Is that okay? Because this is according to your ideology. Okay, I just insulted you. Insults have consequences, right? Okay. You want me to go a step further? You want me to go a step further? How about this, crypto fan? How about if I ever meet you? Listen to this. Are you ready? I will say every curse, every insult that you can imagine. I would insult you. I would insult your mother. I would insult your children. I would insult your grandchild. I'm going to rip him to part. I'm going to insult him. I'm going to degrade him to the lowest level of fucking scum. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it, crypto fan? Tell me. What are you going to do about it? What are you going to do about it? Tell me. What are you going to do about it? I'm just trying to make a point to you, crypto, is that if you were really serious, that your point is if I insult someone, there are consequences, correct? So I just insulted you. I just insulted you. And what's the consequences? Tell me. What are the consequences of me insulting you right now? Let me explain to you, crypto fan. You're a low life, okay? My shit that comes out of my ass is worth more to humanity than your life. Your life is worthless. You are a worthless piece of human scum. You understand? Every time you take a breath of air, you are robbing the oxygen from other people in this world that deserve that oxygen. You are a lowlife, loser, piece of garbage, trash. Your grandson, okay, is ashamed of you because you're a loser. Your family is ashamed of you because you're a loser. You have no money. You have no self respect. You're nothing. You're beneath nothing. You are not a superior man such as me. I am a superior man to you. Okay? I hope one day you're walking in the street. Are you ready? And a friggin' deer comes out of the woods and tamples over you. Okay? And hopefully, when that happens, you end up a fucking invalid in a wheelchair. Okay? How's that sound? How does that sound? Okay, does that sound good? Okay, crypto fan, go fuck yourself. Fuck you. And I hope nothing good happens in your life. I hope one day you go into a doctor and they fucking tell you have 2 months to fucking live. Okay, that's what I hope. I hope that very soon you get a terminal illness, okay, where a doctor tells you you're going to fucking die. And when you die, you're going to do everybody on earth a big, enormous, gigantic favor. And like I said, if somehow I find out that you die, I will go out and celebrate by having a calzone, a bottle of wine, and I'm going to pee on your fucking grave. Okay. Now, that was pretty bad insults. Who agrees to that, right? Was that not bad insults? Okay. What the fuck are you going to do about it, crypto fan? Tell me. Because here it is, according to what you're saying to me, insults have consequences, right? Okay. So what is the consequence? What are you going to do? Are you coming to my house today? Are you going to break down my door? Will you have a gun on you? Will you have a weapon on you? Let me know. Tell me what's going to happen. When can I expect that? I'm just trying to make I'm just trying to make a point. What's up, Moon Monster? I love Moon Monster. I'm just trying to make a point because your point that you keep saying over and over again, crypto fan, is if I insult someone, there's a consequence. So I just ripped you a new asshole. I just insulted you to the highest level possible. So according to your theory, what I just did, there is now a consequence. So what is the consequence? I love you, Alexander. God bless you. Thank you. Smack down on these folks, bro. God bless you, Alexander Jones. So apparently there's no consequence, crypto fan. There's no consequence. See, crypto fan is all talk. He doesn't walk the walk. He doesn't talk the talk. He's a computer tough guy. That's what he is. He's a computer tough guy. This guy, if I ever met this guy in person, he would be so frightened of me. He would be so scared of me. If he was like 2 feet in front of me, he would run so fucking fast. You would think that he was like in a fucking the Olympics, like that he was going for the gold medal. That's the reality with this guy, crypto fan. That's the reality. This guy is an old man, probably, according to what he says. His friggin' schlong probably doesn't work. Just like WTF. WTF's got high blood pressure. He's got high blood sugar. His schlong doesn't work. Okay. Same thing with this guy, crypto fan. You know, listen, it's okay. These things happen. I know, but you're saying to, but see, do you see how he's backtracking now? Listen to me. Okay, let me put it to you this way. There are two types of people in this world. Are you ready? There are people who commit crimes like mafia. Let's talk about mafia. But they accept, this is the thing, that they're going to go to jail. Like John Gotti always said, in our life, we end up in two places. We end up in jail or dead. Okay? That's the mafia rule. We end up in jail or we end up dead. Normal people in society don't have that mentality. Okay? They don't have that mentality. They don't want to end up dead and they don't want to end up, in jail. Okay? So the only people, if you really want me to be honest, who you got to worry about insulting is mafia people. Someone in the mafia, someone that's a connected guy. And I know a lot of connected guys. And I'll tell you a funny story. You want to hear a funny story? This is a true story. I one time was owed money. I lent money to a friend of mine. This was in Brooklyn. It was a major mistake. Lending money to people. I know you're going to think this is a fake story, but it's not a fake story. I lent somebody money and he didn't pay me back. Now, the guy who I lent money to was a connected guy. Like he was, you understand what I'm saying? He was a wise guy and he knew other wise guys. Now, I got very angry at him and I said, I want my effing money. My whole face turned red. I was ready to fucking knock this guy out. I was fucking pissed. Okay. I get a call from my friend, who's a good friend of mine, who's a connected guy, and he says, we have to have a sit down about this matter because, there's too much friction going on. We had a sit down, and the guy who I lent money to brought one of the hammers. You understand? One of the hammers of the Gambino family with him. Now, I didn't know who this guy was. I had no idea he was the number one hammer. I had no idea. So I started making threats, right, to this guy, not just to the guy I lent money to. I started making threats to this number one hammer. And I said, get my fucking money. I don't care how the fuck you're going to get it. And if you don't get my money, there's going to be fucking trouble. I said, you understand me? You gabish? You fucking Mama Luke, I said. Okay. So now I saw the guy got very angry. He got up. He walked away. My friend takes me on the side. Okay. My friend took me on the side and said, do you understand that you just threatened the number one hammer of the Gambino family. I can't mention names. I know his name, but I can't mention the name. So I said, no. I said, I didn't know that. My friend worked it out. We talked it out. I did eventually get back my money, but it was over payments. It was over payments over a year. But the thing is, here I made a threat to the number one hammer of the Gambino family. I ripped this guy up, and I'm still breathing, and I'm still talking. Okay. So do you think for a second that I'm intimidated by Chad Clifford? Do you think I'm intimidated by Crypto Fan? Do you think I'm intimidated by WTF 198? Do you think I'm intimidated by Fat Boy Blubber Triple Chin Dale? I want you to all think about this. It doesn't make a difference if you believe because it's the truth. Listen to me, Commander 34. Here's what the truth is. You want to hear what the truth is? The truth is that none of you would ever shoot me because you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life. That's it. This is what the truth is. Now, you want to hear the truth? I won't shoot you either. I'm not going to shoot Lou. I'm not going to shoot Chad Clifford. And I'm not going to shoot Dale because then I would go to jail for the rest of my life. But there is an exception to this. Here is the exception. If someone broke into my house, had a weapon on them, and they had the intention of hurting me or hurting my family, I will shoot them dead. I will shoot them dead. That's it. But am I going to Chad Clifford's house to hurt him? No. Am I going to try to find Dale and hurt him? No. It's not going to happen. Am I going to go try to find Lou and hurt them? No. That's what the truth is. But if things want to be handled like men, you want to hear listen to me, there is a solution. There is a solution. Here's a way that we could fight. WTF, listen, you're a big fan of Lou, right? Okay. WTF, you're a big fan of Chad Clifford, right? Okay. Here's the way we could settle it as men without no laws being broken, without nobody having to break into houses, without nobody having to be shot. I officially challenge Chad Clifford and Lou, both of them, and Dale, okay, to a boxing match. Now, not Dale. Dale's not worth it. Dale's a loser. You know who I really want to box? I want to box friggin' Lou. Lou's the one I really want to box. See, honestly, Chad Clifford is really, he's not, I just hate that guy so much that I like to just lay him the F out. I love to lay that guy out. But if you really want to know the truth, Chad Clifford really isn't worth my time, but I would box him. Just because I can't stand that friggin' guy. I hate that guy so much, I will box Chad Clifford. But the person who I would really like to box is Lou. Because I know it's going to get a lot of views. Of course, I would film the whole boxing match. I would film the whole boxing match, and it would get a tremendous amount of views. Possibly, we could even raise money from it. There's nothing illegal about a boxing match, the regulator. Listen to me. Listen to me. If two men want to box and go into a gym, it does not break YouTube's violations. So what are you telling me? Every time someone has a boxing match promotion that's on YouTube, right? You're telling me it breaks YouTube's policies? Whenever there's an Ultimate Fighter competition, right? They break YouTube's policies. There is nothing illegal about having a boxing match. That's it. I didn't say nothing threatening. I didn't say nothing like I'm going to go to someone's house. I'm going to inflict harm on. I would never do that, regulator. I would never do that. Okay. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm not threatening anyone. I'm just saying that if someone really wants to do this the legal right way, we set up a day, we go to a boxing gym, we put the boxing gloves on, and we duke it out. He's telling me this breaks YouTube's rules or regulations. How does that break YouTube's rules or regulations, regulator? A boxing match has to be regulated by the state. Come on, stop it. You know, many people go to the boxing rings all the time and they're sparring with each other. Give me a break. You guys don't understand how strong I am. I'm powerful, man. I mean, you think because I'm a big guy, I have a lot of strength. All right, well, I think I proved my point. I think I proved my point. Okay. The point is that we have something in this country called the First Amendment. And we also have the Second Amendment. Okay. And I think that I proved my point. The First Amendment allows me to say anything I want, okay, because I am an American citizen. I am proud to be an American. I can say anything I want. It's freedom of speech. That's it. And if somebody decides to take violent action because they didn't like what I said, they're the ones breaking the law, crypto fan. They're the ones facing the consequences. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. They're the ones who are going to prison or possibly getting shot if they broke into someone's house with a weapon with the intention of hurting someone's family. So you got it backwards, brother. You got it backwards. They're the ones facing the consequences, not me. I have every right to say whatever I want. I'm not breaking the law. I am not breaking the law. The person who takes the law in their own hands, they're breaking the law. No, but the exact things that you said, crypto fan, is this. This is what you said. You said that there are consequences. These are your exact words. You said if I say something that someone doesn't like, there are consequences. So the implication of what you're saying is someone is going to take the law. Am I not right? Someone is going to take the law in their own hands and try to inflict harm on me or my family. That's what you're saying, right? Okay. But the consequences is going to be on them. That's what I'm trying to make you understand. The consequences are going to be on them. Now, let's be honest with each other. Who are the people truly that accept these consequences? Mafia. In other words, mafia, true people, true wise guys accept the fact that they're going to end up in jail or they're going to end up dead. Okay. That's the people you got to worry about. And I know these people. I know these people. Believe me, I come from Brooklyn. I know these people. Okay. Those are the people you got to be very careful about because, see, they're mentally prepared to go to jail. They're mentally prepared to die. Okay. But your average American, you know what I mean? Your average Joe is not prepared to die. They're not prepared to go to jail for the rest of their life. So let's talk about the people who are threatening me. Okay, who are the people? Chad Clifford. Chad Clifford is a truck driver. You understand? This is a truck driver who goes to the rest areas, the truck driver rest areas of where he sucks on semen. Okay? He sucks on schlongs and semen. Okay. Do you think Chad Clifford is prepared to die? Do you think that Chad Clifford is prepared to go to jail for the rest of his life? To come to my house and to break down the door and to try to inflict pain on me and my children and my wife? Do you really think that Chad Clifford has that mentality? A truck driver who sucks on men's schlongs. Okay. Do you think that Dale, Daddy's boy, fat boy, triple chin, blubber Dale that's here, Do you think he has the balls to break down my door, inflict harm on my mother, my children, my wife? Do you think he's prepared to die? Do you think he's prepared to go to jail for the rest of his life? Okay. Do you think Lou is? No, no. Lou went to jail one time where he was tortured in jail and is like, forget about it. The guy is as close to a woman now as you could possibly be. Lou is a woman. You understand? Lou was used and abused, allegedly. Okay, allegedly, by Tyrone and Jamal. Okay, I understand that WTF continues to protect Lou, but any which way you twist it, on public court documents, it says Lou was tortured in jail. So I like to call him J. Lou. I like Uncle Fester too, but I also like J. Lou. Look, American Dream, I'm going to tell you how I feel about American Dream. You really want my opinion about American Dream? I think he's a guy that wants to get views. I think he's a guy that wants to get subscriptions. That's it. And I just think he's harmless. I think he's harmless. That's it. You really want my opinion of the guy? This is not a guy who's going to hurt anybody, who's going to fight anybody. It's not going to happen. Okay. American Dream is an entertainer and he just wants views and he wants subs. That's it. That's it. So basically, my point is neither Dale, neither American Dream, neither Lou or Chad Clifford are ever going to touch me. They're not going to. They don't have the mentality. They don't have the mafia mentality. You have to have a mentality. You understand that you're ready to die or you're ready to go to jail for the rest of your life. So does that answer your question, Crypto Fan? Because Crypto Fan keeps saying that there are consequences when you insult people. But what you're not understanding, Crypto Fan, is a person has to have a certain mentality. They have to be willing to go to jail for the rest of their life, or they have to be willing to die. And the only people I've ever known in my life that were willing to do that was wise guys. Now wise guys, you got a problem. Listen, Crypto Fan, 100%, you got a problem. But like I said, I was even in a situation like that before. I sat down with the number one hammer of the Gambino family. Do you understand that? And I insulted him right to his face. The number one hammer. And nothing came of that. So the point I'm trying to make you understand is that if I've been in a position like that before, where I insulted the number one hammer of the Gambino family, and I'm still breathing, and I'm still doing live streams, and I'm still doing videos, how the fuck do you think I'm intimidated over 90-pound fucking Chad Clifford, fat boy blubber, fucking disgusting blob, fucking Dale, okay? Con man, innocent senior citizen stealer Lou, okay? And high blood pressure, fucking high fucking blood sugar, fucking limp fucking schlong WTF 198. How am I intimidated by these people? How am I intimidated by these people? It's the truth though, Crypto Fan. Listen, you could laugh however much you want to laugh, but on God, I swear this to you on God, that was a reality, what happened. So you can laugh as much as you want. You could go into a hysterical laughing fit. What I just told you was the truth. So that's it. The mob has a lot of juice, brother. You're wrong, WTF. They have a lot of juice. Listen, you want to hear a story? One of my favorite pizzerias is L&B Spumoni Gardens in Brooklyn, New York. A very, very good friend of mine. It's owned by, it's the parents started the business, and then all the children, the siblings, everybody, they took over. I believe there was, I believe there was three of them. Not going to mention names, but I will mention one person's name, Lou. Okay, so there was this guy Lou, not Lou that we're thinking of, not con man Lou. This is a guy who is one of the owners of L&B Spumoni Gardens. He was probably one of the greatest men I've ever met. My father used to help, the children of the Ronald McDonald House that had cancer, and my father rented out a bus, and he went to certain restaurants to donate food. L&B and Lou always donated the square pizzas, sodas, drinks, everything. This guy had a heart of gold. He always treated me like a king. This guy, I was very good friends with him. Every time I went to L&B, he would always, throw me a bottle of wine. He was just a great guy. He always came over and shook my hand, said hello to my family. Okay. So apparently, and again, I have to say a lot of this is alleged, but there was a guy who opened up a business in Staten Island. It's a pizzeria called The Square. Now, he literally used the same exact recipe that L&B Square Pizza had. You understand? There became a sorry, there became a big fight, a big rival, and unfortunately, Lou, my very good friend, God bless him and God bless his family, someone shot him. They killed him right in his backyard. He lived in Dyker Heights, Brooklyn. Now, this is something that you don't see anymore. This was not too long ago. Okay. You don't see this is the type of stuff you think of like Al Capone, you think of John Gotti. You know what I mean? This wasn't that many years ago, maybe 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago. I don't think not that long ago. Someone opened fired right in front of this guy's house and killed him. Now he had a bag, he had a paper bag on him that had $15,000 in cash. It had $15,000 in cash. Do you know that the guy who shot him did not take the money? The guy who shot him did not take the money. So what does that tell you? What does it tell you? It tells you it had nothing to, this wasn't a robbery. This was a planned hit. That's what it tells you. Now, from what I understand, this guy did get caught. They have cameras in the street, and I believe he's in jail. From what I've read, he's probably in jail for the rest of his life. Dane Defense, look it up. So Dane, let me ask you a question. Why did this guy shoot him then for? He had a bag. Listen to me, filled with $15,000 in cash. Would the guy who shot him take the money? Why did he not take the money, Dane? Why did he not take the money? Why did he leave the money on the floor? To me, look, I'll say it's alleged. I feel this was a planned hit, and it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart because this guy Lou was one of the best men I've ever met. My father loved him. My mother loved him. My wife loved him. My whole family. He was always so kind to us. Like literally, I hugged their families. I was crying with them. I hugged his brother. I hugged his sister. He was a great, great man. It was a tragic, tragic loss over nonsense, over something so stupid. But the point I'm trying to make you understand is that these are the people who Crypto Fan are referring to. These are the people, okay? These are the people, wise guys. They have the mentality, they were born with the mentality of either going to jail for the rest of their life or ending up dead, okay? I can assure you that Chad Clifford does not have that mentality. I can assure you that WTF 198 does not have that mentality. I can assure you that blubber ass, quadruple chin Dale does not have that mentality. And I can definitely assure you that friggin' con man J. Lou, Uncle Festa, does not have that mentality. So these are the people who I'm insulting, crypto fan. You understand? These are the people that I am insulting. So you're telling me that there is no consequences. Neither Chad Clifford, neither Fatboy Dale, neither Lou, none of them are going to do a single fucking thing. Nothing. They don't have that mindset. That's it. But Jeffrey Dahmer, it's funny you mentioned Jeffrey Dahmer. Later in his life, he actually regretted everything he did. I don't know if you know that. And he actually got baptized, which was kind of sick. Then some African American prisoner killed him in jail, bashed his friggin' brains in. That's how it ended for Jeffrey Dahmer. He got killed. He got killed in jail. But anyway, so kind of a crazy live stream, but it's entertainment. It is in a way entertainment. Yes, you're right. The government does. Listen, let me amend to what I said. You got to worry about two types of people: the government and the mafia. Yes, I agree. But that's why I have the highest respect for police officers. You understand? I was arrested once. I was arrested once. My fault. When my mother left my father, they had this big, gigantic fight, and my mother moved in with me. And my father made up this story that I was outside his house and I was going to kill him. He just made up a complete fabrication, a complete lie. So two detectives came to my apartment in Staten Island. They said, "Are you Richard S. Lavoie?" I said, "Yes." They said, "You're under arrest." I said, "For what?" They said, "Well, your father claimed you were outside his house. You were gonna break down the door, kill him." Now, the thing I found so funny about this was, I said, "When was this report like made?" They said like 5 minutes ago. I said, "You realize I live in Princess at the time I lived in Princess Bay, Staten Island." So I said, "You realize that Brooklyn is at like an hour and a half away, right? So how did I just get from Brooklyn to Princess Bay, Staten Island in 5 minutes?" The detectives knew it was all bullshit. They said, "We have to detain you." They said, So now here's the thing: I respect law and order. I respect the police. I did not resist getting arrested. I didn't resist. I cooperated 100%. They put handcuffs on me. They put me in the back of their car. I 100% complied and respected the police officers. Because if you don't, you know, bad things are going to happen, okay? They have the legal right, if they feel that their lives are in danger, to shoot you. That's it. So, and then you're only going to make matters worse. So you see, do you see how it always goes back to law and order? Everything goes back to law and order in this country. It's law and order. Now, if I would have resisted the police officers, what would have happened? Bad things could have happened. If I would have attacked a police officer, I could have got killed. I could have got shot. So I respected the police officers. I did everything they said. They said, "Turn around, get against the wall, put your hands behind your back." They handcuffed me. They put me in the police car, and I cooperated 100% with the police, because you should never ever resist arrest. You should never ever ever disrespect a police officer. You have to have respect. We as society give them that power. Okay, they are the law. So I want to amend what I said. When I said that you have to worry about the mafia, you have to also worry about law enforcement, because law enforcement has the legal right to shoot you. They do. If they feel that their lives are in danger, they have the legal right to shoot you and kill you. So, but as far as Chad Clifford, as far as Fat Boy Dale, Triple J Dale, as far as Lou, WTF 198, Commander 35, all these people, they do not have the mindset to be killers. They don't have the mindset. I'm sorry. So, all this nonsense, can we just like end it? Listen, let's just end all the nonsense. Listen, I'm an entertainer. Chad Clifford is an entertainer. WTF 198 is an entertainer. Dale, Fat Boy, Triple Chin Dale, he's an entertainer. And even Lou is an entertainer. But the difference between Lou and all of us is Lou is a criminal too. Okay? Lou is a criminal. Lou stole $73,000 from senior citizens, and all of his past videos were all pretty much lies. Lou has no secret connections. Lou does not have insider tips. Lou does not have insider information. It was all a bunch of lies, which is in my opinion, why Lou deleted all of his videos. He wanted to get, just like Enron, he wanted to get rid of the evidence. But with that said, I got to get going here. I want to get some breakfast. Unlike Lou, I'm going to go out and get $100 breakfast. Lou's probably going to eat somebody's schlong. That's what Lou's breakfast, you know the protein he's going to get from Tyrone shooting his load in his mouth. That's Lou's breakfast. Okay? I'll say allegedly, all right? All right? But unlike Lou, I'm actually going to get an actual real man's breakfast. Okay? So this live stream is not financial advice. It's kind of crazy live stream. This live stream is for entertainment purposes only. All my videos are not financial advice. All my videos and live streams are for entertainment purposes only. Peace out.